Hello there. Welcome, everyone, to the Paladin's Keep. Hope everyone is having a great day. We are going to get to continue with some more Final Fantasy XVI. So let us kind of pick up a little bit more where we left off. We got some of that star dust, and we need to finish up the thermal platings for the ship that Mid is constructing.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border. No surprises there.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this.
Alright, we do have a bit of their dialogues to go through, so
Welcome
let's
to
start
the
with
Patron's Whisper.
here. Asked about Hugo Kupka. Thought that bastard's death would change things.
When I close my
When I
eyes.
close my eyes, I can still hear Yara's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal, and his live on in me. They changed my life, and I wanted to thank him ever
Only
since.
I don't know how.
Only I don't know how. I don't know
I
how the
wish
right
you were
words.
here.
I wish you were here to teach them to me.
I'll be here waiting.
Ain't so bad stretching your legs once in a while. Should do it more often.
Okay, so now we report back to Mid. Do we have any new hunts to deal with? We do. We could probably go on. Oh, we actually do. We have a good amount. Hill to Die On, Grimalkin, Breaker Worlds. We'll get to those in a moment. We need to kill that Grimalkin. That I know for a fact that we have to do. That Grimalkin gives us a hide that we need for something. I think it makes a weapon.
Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh,
And her name is
Sid,
what,
is
Helena
this about
or
the
Helena?
helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Alright. We got a new quest letting off steam, quest number 2. And so now we need to go help out with gathering the necessary materials in Laubert's Pass. But there's a monster there that we need to help kill, which we can do. That's what we're here for. So help we must. And then I know what the Grimalkin is. If I'm right, the Grimalkin's here. I really want to kill that Grimalkin. Let's go check what the active hunts are currently. Because then I can compare those with my hunt list, and we can slay some hunts. The notorious marks are good, and some of them are kind of crucial for some of the items that you'll need to make in the game. So we need to kill a hill to die on, a black boulder. So that is I know where that's at. That's in the Velcroy Desert. The Cattery, yeah, I was right about that. And then the Breaker of Worlds. Ooh, I can't remember where that guy is, but that's a giant thing. Like an Iron Knight, I believe. Could be wrong. Soul Stinger is 9 of Knives. The Breaker World. Yeah, it's an Iron Giant. And it's in Cressida. Okay. Let's deal with these 2 hunts first. So we have the Hill to Die On and the Grimalkin. We'll start there. And so the first one we'll do is the Hill to Die On. So we'll travel here to the Velcroy Desert. And we'll head that way. Level 28 Scorpion. Yeah. And dead. Okay. That big old bird. Helldiver. Bruh. On the next one. Alright, there's our hill to die on. Our first notorious mark is an adamantoise, but a specific type, called the Festitocalon? The Festitocalon? A lot of different ways we can pronounce that. None of them make sense. But they exist.
Well, Clive, looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword.
I was hoping to avoid that. You hurt my dog. Testudo Tromp. All right, let's hit Dalamil Inn, and we'll head over to the Grimalkin probably from here. So let's because then we gotta buy more potions. That's a necessity. No, I said a necessary. That's a necessary. That is a necessary.
Oh, where did all the...
No, that is factually necessity. Duh. Okay. Let us buy our stuff.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No.
Here you are. An
And yet,
excellent
yes,
choice.
at the same time. Alright, we are in the Duznov Terraces. The Duznov. Maybe it's just the Deznov Terraces. Who knows? Right. Right. So we need to go up here. Can't stay, just dropping by to say hello and have a great stream. Thanks, Megan. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate the just the quick pop in and the hello. If you're working, I hope you have a great night at work and a great rest of your day. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. And stay safe. Importante. Hell Diver. Let's go. Oh, come on. I couldn't hit. Oh, no, I'm 2 for 2. I'm 0 for 2. I missed you twice? That's rough. Alright, I'm taking it out on the leg eater. Goodbye. Football tackled. Alright, you're getting the rough end of the stick. And poof. Ooh, that was a little rough. That was a little ruskies. Yes, woof, woof. Okay, so the Grimalkin's this way. So we need to head around this way to the Cattery. Which we can do. That's what we will do. 100%. And then we will slaughter this Grimalkin. Alright, here we go. There's the Grimalkin. We just gotta get rid of this pack of wolves first. Fortunately, that's not gonna be too hard, because they're gonna group around us and we're gonna slaughter them. As we should. The Wild Dax.
Let me introduce you to mine.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Wild Magic Pub. Oh. Here we go. We get the Grimalkin itself.
Nice try. Too slow.
Go, 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 go! Uh-oh. Walks right in. Alright, and we continue ever onward. Alright, let's continue. We gotta go to Cressida to find the Breaker of Worlds. Breaker Worlds not that hard of a notorious mark. In fact, actually quite easy. I find the Iron Giants to be some of the easier of the bigger enemy types of the game. Huh. is. Nice. Atlas. The Atlas. It's I think our first S rank Notorious Mark that we're fighting. No worries. Level 45. That's also not a problem.
Well, it seems this one has a little more life left in it. All right then.
Nice. Golden section. Here we go. And the saber dance. It's already basically half health. Good God. That is... I'm good at carrying this guy, dude. That was not as good. I tried to see if I could parry that, and I should not have done that. I should not have even tried it. That I could have tried. And I did try it. die here right now. There we go. That's good. If we get a level up on that, we do. We do get a level up on that one. 17,000 points of experience, giving us 1 full level up, which is good because we just leveled up like a second ago. Yep, there it is. Or Calcum. So we have a lot of few things. We have a lot of few things that we really needed. We're gonna go back to the hideaway. I think there's something that we can craft now with Blackthorn that I'm hoping that we could do. We're gonna go give that a shot before we continue on the story quest here. And then we'll see how it goes.
Well, don't just
But first,
stand
you're
there,
gonna
dog.
buy some stuff. Enhancer, platinum sword, buy.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, Blackthorn, we're gonna go use the forge. It's not the enhancer. It's not that. What am I missing here? I feel like there's something I'm missing. Is it reinforcing something? Diamond sword? Do I have a diamond sword for this one? Diamond sword. I need a diamond sword. And then I can make it. How do I make... Maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of. Diamond sword. I need a white worm bone. And I need a craft. Yeah. Okay, so... White worm bone. How do I get a white worm bone? I want that diamond sword. Liquid flame. Electrum. Gelatinous mass. There's something I'm missing here, but where do I get that white worm bone? That's a good question. White worm bone is... It drops from the white... Oh, it drops from a main... Okay, I got it. I can't even... It's not even like possible to right now. So we're not going to bother trying to get things that we are incapable of getting at the current moment. It's achieved from a boss. And unfortunately we don't have that boss as an available boss just yet. So no stress fretting over things we cannot control. No, that is hardly the problem. Okay, so talk with Desiree and then get to Laubert's Pass.
Come to claim your just desserts?
Yeah, we got 2 meteorite. Awesome. Amazing.
All done?
Yeah. All done. Time to go to Laubert's Pass. So we go to Lost Wing. It's the closest thing. Closest place.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
I need to go this way.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
I don't understand why they have all of those braziers lit as if that's going to illuminate things when it's, you know, in the daytime. Points of experience, amazing. But now we gotta go find our mysterious invader, this creature that is preventing us from getting our necessary materials. So we'll speak with Helena, or Helena, or whatever it is.
There you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The,
I'm so yachty.
ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
All right.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Unwanted visitor. Gotta back out of that. That's an instant death.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Okay, now we just go back to Mid. And continue on with our adventure. Amazing.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid, Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
At the briny?
Something light.
At the bottom of the briny. I like that. Alright.
Well, if I were in need
Right at the
of
bottom of
steel
the
knowledge,
briny.
I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Okay, so now we speak with Hippocrates. Gotta go speak with Tomes.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Here's the designs.
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, Perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive. So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pivot. Fresh cuts! Come and get them!
You haven't much, but you're free to look. I trust it's all here.
How the hell is anyone...
Oi, don't touch anything. And...
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now, all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Oh, the romance is budding. Would you be like, no, it's not. Hold hands.
Life should be.
Not fighting wars.
When our work is finally done.
Yeah, the romance is starting. They're beginning.
I hope so.
You could see it.
Thank you, Clive.
You're very welcome. Does it end with a kiss? Oh, I thought they were leaning in a bit. Nah. Oh. Maybe. Why are you being creepy? Do something.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back.
Did you guys just like stare at water together?
To Hippocrates and Talia.
Come
I'll
on.
see you at the hideaway.
My man.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Bruh. One chance. Wasted it.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Welcome back. I hope you two.
I wasn't trying to talk to you,
How's
Taria.
work
I'm
on
so
the shielding
sorry.
progressing, Hippocrates?
Just wasn't needed.
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance.
Yeah.
I was just explaining
Better
to
be.
Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon.
Better be.
And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
You're very welcome.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
We got ourselves a...
Well,
quite a
better go
wild
give Mid the good
acting
news then.
pup. Report back to mid and see if we can finally get moving on to completing with the mother crystals. Eventually, like, we do need the ship in order to get to the Kingdom of Waloed. That isn't a debate. But there's one more mother crystal that stands between us and Waloed. And it's just a matter of time before we're able to get to that mother crystal. Granted, we have to obviously complete the Out of the Shadow quest line in order to kind of move ourselves in that direction, which I'm hoping that we'll be able to do after this specific quest. I'm hoping this is the last we have to do for mid. Yeah. I'm on it, buddy. What's up, mid?
Sorry to keep you waiting, mid. You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
That's some precision walloping right there. Yeah. Sometime later. We have ourselves the thermal displacement stack. Nice, look at that.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
It won't be a mo.
Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Alright, now we speak with Otto.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Mid is building a ship. Congratulations.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Alright. Now we have to go to the foredecks. Speak with Obulus real quick.
Obulus. Have you seen Mid?
Obulus.
Yep. In a boat. Going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obulus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise. Oh, see what he did there? Do you see what he did there? I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Lord Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Gav it is. Do we have to, like, go request Gab person? Yeah, no.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
True.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Right. So that being said, we have to go to Sid's legacy. The dust long settled, little remains of the once bustling refuge many had called home. So this is the original hideaway, I believe, that we marked as Sid's grave. Yeah. So that's the original hideaway in Central Storm after Titan had completely collapsed it. And so you can see all the damage that he had done when he initially came in.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Jill and Goots. Oh, and Karen.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
The flower petals off into the wind.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it was never as bad as this.
Yeah, the Deadlands have gotten better.
I know. The blind march is on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
Dude, his voice, man. You're letting me go.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
God, I hear the sound of that.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Karen's like, oh no, my poor hand, you're crushing it.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Nice. The words of affirmation. What a doll. Go to the hideaway real quick. See what we can do here. Looks like we got another quest. Got a few quests. Unfortunate. Well, making for Bocklad is the next main start of the story, so that'll help us get us, or that will help get us in the right direction. Words. Okay, let's see here. So we have quite a bit. Oh no. Oh, sorry, I gotta read that one. Desert Alliance. Sid II, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in a time like these. For what it is worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not be easily relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Ruzena, otherwise known as Lubor. Off the record, I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest. Might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe, and by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Answer ghosts.
Trouble with the ledgers.
Summons.
Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
The next one. A bad feeling. Clyde, something ain't right with the hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. So there's an issue with Torgal.
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Which gives us a bone to pick. About Blackthorn. Cheers for your helping dragging. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. Okay. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. Signed, August. So we will answer August's
Hopefully it's nothing.
quests.
But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
And then, my dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the content. Oh, we already read that. Duh.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at 'em. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
On to Hippocrates. We're going to kind of wrap up the dialogue components of these quests before we end it for the day.
Lawsman,
it's been a lot of side quests and talking, so I'm glad we're able to kind of get all of this out.
Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
All right. We're going to speak with Goat. And get that last quest.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. You thought this was a cunning plan, right? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Dang. Well, that was pretty simple. One last quest to go obtain, and then that's where we can leave it to where we can start banging out quest by quest by quest. Next episode will be a lot more productive than today. But granted, we'll be doing that on Saturday morning. So, you know, we'll have a lot to do. We'll be okay. We'll be in the right direction here.
Well,
Owen, the engineer.
Sid, reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother.
You reckon?
If you mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why not?
I imagine Ty might get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out?
Nope.
It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king.
I don't know what you found out.
When they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
The Bomb King, that's an easy one. That's a hunt. So that's probably what we can open up with. I mean, ultimately, we got a lot of good stuff to do. So I don't know if any of these, if we have additional quests that we would need to pick up. No, we don't. But obviously, we'll get started with Leighton's Cleft because we kind of have to do a bit of the story before we're able to open up doing the side quests. So this is what we'll pick up on Saturday. So I'll go ahead and save it here, but we'll go ahead and call it for the day. I'll be glad to announce that just recently, the previous night, that I went ahead and gave this game a solid platinum. So we were able to platinum the game, which is good. So we're not going to be worried about too much of the side content once we get closer to the end of the game. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. So like the side quests expand on the story, totally necessary. But some of the hunts, not entirely necessary. We'll kind of see where we're able to get to. And we'll you know, we'll move from there. We got, obviously you can see we got 3 of the icons that we're missing so far. We're level 37 out of 50, but we also have a massive EXP boosting item. So once we hit that level 50, we'll probably be able to start swapping around some of our items that we have on hand. We'll probably reach a good spot in terms of money. Probably don't need my Gil item. So as we start getting ready to, I think once we hit Canver, we're gonna change some of our inventory around, but we'll kind of see what that looks like once we get there. But for now, I mean, basically where that's left at for today, I think today we will go ahead and call it there. I don't believe there is anyone on at the moment that would be good to raid out to. Yeah, not that I can see. So I think today actually, let's see. We might be able no, yeah, there's no one that we would want to raid out today. And that's no problem. We'll just call it good for today. So we'll be back on Saturday morning. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, throw a comment, all the good stuff. And we will see you guys around. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night and stay safe.
Thank you.